Hey everyone, this is Unlock24, and before we go any further, I want to remind you to keep your phone vertical and click that full screen icon on the bottom right. Now today I have this deck. It's completely insane, and I think it breaks the meta in those lower tiers, and I went on a complete rampage after I started using it. Now I did try like 4 or 5 hours trying to come up with this perfect version, and I did try a ton of other versions, and I tried it in different ways. I tried it with the level up card. I tried it with a ton of things. And this is the version that just completely destroys everything. Let me go ahead and get into the deck profile, and then I'll go out into more details about it. So first of all, I'm running 1 Reinforced Human Psychic Borg, 2 Chiron the Mage, 1 Ultimate Insect level 7, 3 Destructotrons, 3 Serene Psychic Witch, 2 Ultimate Insect level 5s, 2 Supremacy Berries, 3 Enemy Controllers, and 3 Insect Imitations. Now I played like around, I don't even know how long I played, but I played a lot yesterday, and I was so hyped about this deck and making this video that I couldn't sleep. I played till like 1 in the morning. And I was just completely destroying everything after I got the final version. I did play with a different version with just the Destructotrons and Chiron the Mages and Electros. And that version, it was okay, but it wasn't like it wasn't as good as this version is. And I'll show you here in a bit if I didn't delete it and if I still have it. This deck has an answer for absolutely everything. I was destroying Naturias, I was destroying Red Eyes, Black Dragon, I was destroying Blue Eyes, I was destroying absolutely everything. One of the things that I think that I only had one loss, and that was to a bad hand. Out of all the times that I played, to a Mako, but that's because I couldn't get over his 19 attack Hammer Shark. But like I said, I had a really bad hand, and I think that was the only loss I had. But overall, the deck is super good. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and summon a Destructotron, and I actually nicknamed him the Punisher, because what he does is, or what you do is, you basically set a Serene Psychic Witch in defense mode. If you go first, and you always want to go first with this deck, you set it, they go ahead and attack it. Once they attack it, you go ahead and get a Destructotron. Now most people, especially in the lower ranks, they tend to set 1 or 2 in the back row, and sometimes even 3. So what you do is you completely punish them with Destructotron, and it's fine that you're paying life points, because most of the time you're never gonna lose any life points after that. You pay 2,000, you pay 3,000, you blow up their entire back row, and then after that they really can't do anything. Now one of the things that one of the major weaknesses that Destructotron has is that if you don't control another psychic type monster while he's on the field or during your end phase, he gets destroyed. So once I started building the deck, it didn't start out to be a psychic deck. It started out to be a Ultimate Insect level 7 deck. But I have been trying out psychics for a while now, and I've been trying to make them work. And I mushed them together. Like I said, I was running Electros and some other weird stuff. I mushed them together, and this deck works perfectly. It's so good. And one of the things that I do need to add, though, is some twisters and find a spot. But because you do lose to burn, and I didn't play that many burns. I played 2, and I managed to out damage them. But I think the deck is weak to the burn deck, because it doesn't have that much spell destruction other than Chiron the Mage. But overall, like I said, you set the Serene Psychic Witch, summon the Destructotron, punish him. I'm going to be referring him to the Punisher now. You punish him, destroy their back rows, activate Insect Imitation on this Destructotron, so it doesn't matter, because he's not going to get destroyed at the end of your turn, because you don't have another Psychic. You activate Insect Imitation, you summon the Ultimate Insect level 5, you attack over their monster, and then defend them with an enemy controller, or most of the time they can't get over it, over the level 5 anyways. So once your turn comes back, you can level him up to the level 7, and you don't need any more level 7s, just that 1. I think the way I've set up right now, I think it's the perfect ratio. I don't think I would run any more, because then we would be over the 20 card limit, and then we'd just be called noobs for running a 21 card deck. But this guy's actually really good. Also, I mean, he's always good. He's good at one. I don't think I'd play another one because once the Serene Psychic Witch gets the Destructotron, and after that, he is your second target to Serene Psychic Witch if you don't want to get another Destructotron, and then you can just buff him to 25, and anything over like 1500 attack or anything over 14 is just massive once you get the Ultimate Insect level 7. There's very few things that that are going to be able to destroy your monsters after that. But let me go ahead and get to the replay, or let me see if I have that other deck, because I want to go ahead and show you. It's not that I just went on and I made the deck. I actually tested a ton before I could get to that point. And let me show you the other one. Let me see if I still have it. So I did try several weird versions of it. I'm not sure if it's this one. Alright, so this is another one that I was trying, but this it's okay. It's not as good as the other one because you always want to have the Destructotron in that first hand, and the other version allows you to do that. This version's if you don't have the cards for the other deck and you have this one, do give it a try. It's not as good, but it's still pretty good because you lock your opponent's back row. But the thing is, you don't want to Insect Imitation the Sergeant Electro. But if you don't have the other cards and you have this card, so go ahead and give it a try. And most of the time you want to have that Destructotron out and then Insect Imitation it out. But anyways, let's get into the replays. And I'm gold rank 4. Alright, playing against a Paradox brother, and I think he's running the Toon Barrel Dragon with Toon Kingdom. And like I said, the deck has a lot of things that it's very flexible and can do a lot of things. And this is why I chose. Well, you'll see the game, and I'll talk about it whenever it comes up. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Alright, so I did draw a Destructotron, but I didn't get Insect Imitation. And I decided to keep the Sharonda Mage because I did see that he was whenever you play against Paradox, they're running the Toon Barrel Dragon deck, and he does get a Reflector, so I had to destroy 2 of the Toon Kingdoms, but and he does summon a Toon Mermaid, so activate the effect, try to take out the Kingdom, but it has a Reflector on it. I attack it, so he moves his deck out. He attacks life points directly. And here I go ahead and activate the effect again to get rid of the Kingdom, and for some he activated the Aegis of Gaia, which doesn't really matter anymore. Go ahead and attack, and that's the reason I'm running Sharon the Mage, because I really don't have any other destruction of face-up cards. I do have Destructotron, but Destructotron takes, or the Punisher only destroys set spells and traps. And hopefully I saved the Red Eyes deck and that Atuya deck replay. Hopefully I did, because I completely trashed them. And I was able to get the level 7 out really quick, and they couldn't do anything afterwards. Atuya was a little bit, well, we'll see if, it might be this one, who knows. And Atuya was a little bit of a longer game, but it was intense. This isn't the Atuya, it's a XYZ deck. So there you see Serene Psychic Witch working. So Destructotron out, and I do have an Insect Imitation. Destroy the back room. I decide not to, or I do activate the Insect Imitation. Send the Destructotron, so I can go ahead and buff the reinforcements Borg again, set 25 and attack for 23. Now it's gonna be my turn. Insect goes up to a level 7. I go ahead and get another Destructotron, destroy another back row, and here he windstorms, which it kind of set me back a little bit, but it's still fine. He manages to get my level 7 out, but I still have Destructotron and I still have the Borg out. And here he tributes to get control of my Borg, and I can just tribute my Destructotron to take control of my own Borg and then attack for game. Alright. Paradox Brothers, don't remember what he was playing. He might have been playing another tune deck, I'm not entirely sure. Meme Lord. Alright, so I'm going second. And like I said, you always want to go first with this deck, you don't want to go second, but here I do have a perfect hand. So, because I do have the Insect Imitation and I do have the Destructotron, which is a really, really good hand. I did get another Destructotron. I go ahead and try to blow the entire back row. I thought he was going to tribute, but he just sets it in defense, which doesn't really accomplish anything. I can go ahead and destroy the other back row. Insect Imitation it out. Get to level 5, attack over, and set an enemy controller for defense. I'm guessing he was running Phoenix, so he surrendered. So I'm guessing that was a Phoenix deck. It's my guess. Not, I didn't get to see any of it, so couldn't really say. Alright, against a Seto Bomb. Hopefully this is the Natoya deck. No, I don't think I saved the Natoya one. Oh well. So I did get another really good hand. Alright, Serene Psychic Witch effect. Get the Punisher out. And activate the effect to blow up the back row. There was a mirror wall, so that was huge. Go ahead and activate the berries. Insect Imitation it out. I can go ahead and do the Psychic Borg again. Activate effect 425. Then attack and attack. So level 5 goes into a level 7. And once you get the level 7 out, you basically most of the time win. But I mean, the deck is just so good, and I'm not sure if anyone's tried this version. I don't know. I really do want to claim the deck if no one else has. I don't think I've seen any decks like this, so hopefully it's an original, maybe. But it did take me a ton of time to come up with it. I did lose a lot. I think I D-ranked from Gold 3 down to Gold 2, trying it out. I went back up again, went back down, and then with this version, like I said, I lost once with it. And I did have a ton of good gameplay, but I think I just recorded the first 5. I didn't record the rest of them, but oh well. And that's one of the downfalls of Green Kappa, that it does have to have two set spell and trap cards. Go ahead and get the level 7 out already. Destructotron attack, and then attack with a level 7. And I thought he was going to Dark Necrophere, which, I mean, it would have been fine. I think I have enemy controllers, I think. Yeah, so it wouldn't matter. And that's the game. Alright, let me go ahead and show you the deck list once again, in case you missed something in that first half of that video, because I did talk a ton. Alright, there it is. The deck is completely amazing. It's ridiculous how good it is. It does require, well, not really, it doesn't require that much skill, but you kind of do need to know what you're doing. I think it's like it's a beginner friendly deck. So yeah, as long as you can, as long as you know how to get the Punisher out first turn, or just have it in your hand and summon it, I guess. And then after that, the deck just runs itself. It's not that hard to play, as opposed to that previous Psychic thing that I posted, which was kind of hard to play. It was more for advanced players. This is fairly straightforward, and you shouldn't have any problems, I guess, winning your matches. But that's gonna be it for today. I do have another deck for you guys tomorrow. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Well, I'll show you tomorrow. It's a level Silent Magician deck, and the way I'm running is it's really good too. And you guys will have to wait for tomorrow to see it. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you dislike it, leave a dislike. And if you do enjoy my content, I would truly appreciate if you subscribe. I do have several links if you want to help out the channel down below too. So there's that. And I guess that's it for today. Hopefully I'll have time to upload the other video for tomorrow. And I guess I'll see you then.